planted on the earth. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Thunderbolt. Eagle. One arm under, one leg on top. Pull your elbows away from your chest and create some space. Switch sides. One arm under, one leg on top. Can you sink a little lower? Mountain pose. Hug one knee into center. Open out. Bring that knee back to center. Send it back. Airplane. Look where you are going. Look where you are going. Drop one arm for half moon. Don't be afraid to use a little support with your block. Sometimes we need a little support. Ragdoll. That's right. Let it go. Drop your head and all your worries. Woo. Rise up for mountain. Open out other side. Back to center. Send it back. Airplane. Take flight. Lift your chest a little higher. Drop one arm. Use your block. Airplane. No. Half moon. Ragdoll. Rise up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring some joy to your face, and let's take dancer.
A couple of you have said this. Vertebrae is the plural. Vertebra is one.
Thank you.
And switch.
Give some assists, Britt.
Press in to my hand. And rise.
That's a really long dance.
Yeah.
Come down, mountain.
Oh.
Tree pose. See where your leg lands on your other leg. Figure out what kind of tree you want to be. Do you want to be an oak tree and take up lots of space? Grow your branches. Do you want to be an orange tree? I just planted one last week. I hope it's okay with all the wind. It's gotta be okay with the wind. Because enjoy the wobble.
It's nice to hear something personal, isn't it?
Yes.
Switch.
You're not like a robot teacher. Because then you could just pull up Google.
Tree, other side. Switch, legs, tree. Hands to heart center. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Take one leg forward for warrior two. Spread out on your mat. Take up space. You deserve it.
Triangle.
Hinge your hips forward, legs straight in triangle. Walk your legs to the wide side of your mat. Let it go. Point your toes true north. Bring that back foot forward. Pyramid.
Everyone go back, wide-legged forward fold. Say the name of the pose first. Remember that one? Try that.
Pyramid.
And also note that true north isn't the front of your mat. True north is true north in whatever orientation you're in. So if you're standing facing the side of your mat, true north is just your toes on 12 o'clock, right? Right? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So then if you said to people, put your toes to true north as your cue to get them back to face the front of their mat, it wouldn't make sense, right? Because the true north in that pose was where you all were.
Yep.
Right? You got that? So it would be like turn your toes back toward the front of your mat, and then once they're there, then you might say like adjust your toes so they're all on true north, pointing straight ahead.
Open out.
You're doing amazing, Brittany, and I love that you used a cue that you felt like so deeply in yourself. And that's the kind of stuff that you want to bring to practice. That's the kind of stuff that people need to hear, you know? And that's the kind of stuff that's going to really make the difference, is the stuff that you feel in your soul. Like if you can't say the thing with conviction in a way that makes you almost move to tears, then don't bother saying it. You felt what she said that moved her to tears, right? Do you remember what it was?
You deserve to take it.
Yeah.
Take up space.
Yeah, you felt it and you still remember it. But if I asked you what she said like 10 poses ago, you probably wouldn't remember it. But you felt her heart in it. But it's hard to bring those things to the space because they move you. So then you have to get a little messy because then your emotions start to come through, you know? You know? Awesome, Britt. Keep going.
Ragdoll. Press back to down dog. Bring your other foot forward, warrior two. Whoop. Hinge your hips, hinge at your hips, straighten your legs, triangle.
Go back and say the pose first.
Mm-hmm.
You knew it.
Triangle. Hinge at your hips, straighten your legs. Use a block on the outside of your foot to create more space. Wide-legged forward fold. Pyramid. Bring it out, twisting triangle. Ragdoll.
Hey, a bunch of you are not using your block in twisting triangle. Why? Tell me why. Truly, I want to know.
I feel less wobbly and more grounded using my fingertips than a block. The block to me is like makes me kind of like off.
Why else?
Because we didn't say it.
They freaking know to use the block. But yeah, you need to say it. But they know to use the block. Do you know why we use the block? So if you have the skinny block, it's very wobbly, right? If you have the skinny one, it doesn't, it's wobbly. It doesn't support you. But is there value in having something wobbly to work with?
Yeah.
Like people pay money to buy those things that you wobble on to work on their core, right? You go to the gym and work on your balance. Yeah.
No, I don't
Or whatever.
I come here.
Yeah. Zella, come and do revolving triangle right here. Everyone gather around. Come on, Brittany. Good. So there's a few things going on. One is that her back heel is up, right? Which is fine. It's okay in the row. But that's one thing to work on creating more space. But by definition, everyone's arms are shorter than their legs. Is that true?
Yes.
Do you know anyone whose arms are longer than their legs? Right? So if you use the block, whether the tall or medium or even low side, she's little, so the low side might be fine for her. Come to the medium way. So what we're looking for with your teacher eyes is the spine being parallel to the floor and space in the spine, space to twist, instead of the hunching down and trying to twist up from a hunching down position. Yeah, that's why we use the block, because your arms are shorter than your legs. But there's no yoga police. If there's value in you doing it in different ways, try it in different ways. And like I said, there's even value in doing it with a skinny, wimpy, wobbly block, because then you have to work on hugging into center and stabilizing yourself more. It's like doing triangle with socks on a wood floor, so your feet want to slide out and you have to hold them in. Like there's ways to challenge a different awareness in yourself for the pose. But what it seems like is bullying. Plus, like this morning in class, did you hear the people say, "Oh no, you can have my block. I never use it." Did you hear that? A couple of people said that. 'Cause for some reason, we couldn't find blocks today. It was really weird. And so then we got to the point where we were doing core, and they needed to have a block to squeeze their block in to make the pose harder. But they were like, I don't need a block because I'm not a beginner, and blocks are for beginners, kind of thing like that. Because wherever they learned to do yoga, that was the culture of like, only use a block if you suck, kind of thing. So something to have in your awareness to create a culture for your students that the blocks are not bad, the blocks are like advanced, like discover something new with the block, or with a different kind of block, or a different size block, or whatever. And also, if you are codependent on your block, then get rid of the block and try it sometimes without it, because that's the only way to get out of the rut is to do something different. But you want to know what, like why that certain prop in that certain place. You know, we want you to memorize, grab your block, twisting triangle. We want you to memorize that, but beyond the memorization, like what is the motivation? Why? Why? And you're going to teach lots of places that don't even have blocks. And you could use a water bottle as a block. You could, I mean, we taught on Zoom for how many years? For COVID, people didn't have blocks at their house. It was like, stack up 3 cartons of soy milk. Or whatever, you know. Or use your little, you know, kindergarten stool. Or whatever. Yeah. Your hands. Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, just another thing to put your attention on.
Is the air conditioner on in here?
No kidding. Yes.
Is it very hot?
Oh, yeah.
It's
So
on.
much love. It's all the love.
Yeah, it's on. Teach us core.
Core.
Yeah. Start with butterfly crunches. And what of the elements, earth, water, fire, air, space, which one do you need to emphasize for core?
Fire.
Yeah, so let's hear fire. Britt.
This girl.
Come on down. Make your way to your back. Soles of your feet together. Knees wide. We've been getting a lot of nugs and love bombs. We gotta work this out. Rise up. Butterfly crunches. For 10, 9, go. Build the fire.
More fire, Britt.
Build it.
Woo.
You
Come to the center of the room and start jumping up and down. For real. While you're yelling at them.
build that fire.
Look at them while you're doing it. Look around, there's people behind you.
Hello. Yes, keep going. Yes.
Go,
Send
Britt,
your
go.
legs high to the sky. Lower one leg down. Good. And switch. And switch. Switch. Build that fire.
Scream it.
Find your identity.
Scream it.
Your purpose.
Scream it. Like I'm about to get hit by a bus out there. Scream. Exactly. There it is. Like that. Like that. Say fire like that.
Fire!
Okay, good job. a crazy person?
No.
Not totally.
Sometimes.
No, not totally. Well, because people are numb. You have to pierce the numbness. People are numb, yes? And living in ways that promote chronic disease and resigned and cynical. You have to pierce the numbness.
There's one in the lobby. You want one? She has one right here. She has two right here. There's one on top.
You wrote down your feedback, Britt.
Ready? Come on. Let me do the bracelet first.
Oh, yeah.
Kate was the outlier, but
That's okay.
Brittany, I infuse this bracelet with confidence, self-love, and fire. Come get Listen. Back up. Okay, a little. Come back. Stand right here in a circle and clap. Go. Great job.
I mean, yeah.
Scream again. One more time. Yeah, she was saving Kim from that bus. She screamed she was saving Kim from getting hit by that bus. Right? Yeah.
What's up?